Hey Sting, welcome back to the news. As this is our last and final show for the 23-24 school year, today's episode is going to be pretty packed, so let's get right into it. To start our first show, we have a story on what some of you may look forward to during the year.
Powder Tough is a Spectrum tradition where boys in each grade assemble teams to compete in a volleyball tournament.
I thought it was very well done, very well put together. And again, it's just a great opportunity for the students to get together along with the staff and create some cohesiveness across the community that we have of students, as well as kind of bolster our school spirit as well. So
it was really enjoyable. I had a good time.
Each team chooses a name and dresses up for the tournaments.
Yes, we were the Tom Terre Harley, TTE.
It was Pink Panther.
Every team had volleyball players volunteer as coaches who could help explain rules and run practices.
And they give me some advices and remind us the rules. So yeah, it was helpful.
This year, one of the participants was the foreign exchange student Max, who is a volleyball player.
yeah, Max is really good. Not to mention all of the towering basketball players that Max played with on that team. So it was a big challenge for us. Lots of good athletes on that team.
It was not too easy because I didn't play volleyball for 1 year and a half before the competition, so it was okay. And the team was good, and the other people were actually pretty good for people that don't play volleyball, so no, it was not too easy.
Players had a variety of reasons that they decided to participate in Powder Tough this year.
Played because, number one, they needed me. Number two, it's fun. It's always fun to compete. I'm a competitive person, so I enjoy that. Even though we got beat up pretty good that night.
So we played volleyball at basketball practice during the basketball season, and the seniors of the basketball team asked me if I can be in their team for the Powder Tough, and I said yes.
There was some tough competition, and the final winners of the night were the Pink Panthers.
Certainly felt outmatched physically, maybe not mentally.
Yeah, it was super fun. Everybody was fine. We played well. We won, so that's good. And yeah, everybody were kind.
This has been Michaela Taylor, Noise News.
Thanks, team. Hey, Aaron, did you hear about the new addition to the middle school? No. What's going on? They have a service dog. Oh my gosh! I wrote a story on that. Even better. Take it away, Aaron.
Some people have different ways of dealing with life's problems. Some listen to music, some read, and some exercise. But for other people, it's not a certain action that helps them, it's a special thing. In this case, a special someone.
We have for the building. She is a therapy dog. She's a mix of a Chihuahua and a German Shepherd. But what she does is she helps students. She comes in during our lunchtime for our students to visit with, and just kind of just a calming presence when they're with the dog. You know, they can pet her, share stories if they'd like to. Just a good time for a break with school.
Everyone has a special reasoning on why they choose what they choose to help them.
I heard about this program through other people, like other schools, and also I heard it on WCCO. So I just thought that this would be a great program to have at our school and to try it out, and just for students to have the opportunity to be with a therapy dog.
Implementing a new service at a school can be very challenging, but knowing what benefits will come from it can make the decision a little easier.
So it can help a lot. Definitely when our students are with Rue, you can definitely tell the calming presence with them. They definitely are more calm. And just like sharing their stories, and it just helps, it just changes their mindset. And just a lot of positive things can happen.
Bringing in a dog to school isn't something you hear or see all the time. So making sure you have the right dog and organization that will help the students with the needs and struggles is very important.
So I found them through Amy, who is the leader of the program. So she is the one who gave me Rue. But Rue also goes to other schools around the building, well, around the Minnesota area. And so how I found out about this program is just through other schools who also have Rue and also have teams. They have 28 teams. And it's just a great program for mental health and spreading awareness about it, and just sharing that you're not alone in this, and that even though there's stressors in life, you're never going to be alone, and there's always a positive outlook that comes at the end of it. So
Knowing a little about an organization can help you with your decision on whether to work with them or not.
the organization is from Amy. She started it due to her family, who was suffering through definitely some mental health issues going on in their life. And so she brought her kids in to see a doctor, and the doctor suggested that she maybe considers getting a therapy dog. And she thought that was crazy, but she's like, why not try it? And it changed their family and just their mental health in general. And so she wanted to bring that joyness into schools for kids as well. And so, yeah, she did an amazing job, and now she's in a bunch of schools for those kids.
Even if you're not struggling with something, I encourage you to find that one thing that brings you happiness and comfort, because your well-being is the most important thing. This has been Erin Omariba, Noise News, signing off.
Wow, that was an amazing story. Yeah, it sure was. Like you could do any better. Anyways, next on our agenda is a story on Starbucks. And guess what? It's Belle's story. Take it away, Belle.
The cost of coffee is only getting more expensive, but to these students, it's just a small price to pay.
Around $7.
Around $7 to $8.
Like $6-7.
Well, I work at Caribou, so I get an employee discount, and so it costs me around $4 to $5.
Probably around 4 times a week.
Probably every day a week, sometimes even twice a day.
Probably like 3 times.
Around 4 or 5 times. I usually like to go before school.
With going so often, students have usuals and have their order memorized.
If I'm feeling fruity, it'll usually be the strawberry acai or the pink drink. But if I want a matcha or a chai, it'll be a vanilla chai with matcha cold foam.
I get an iced chai tea latte with cinnamon cold foam.
If I want anything like fruity or like kind of summer vibe, then I go for a strawberry acai lemonade with light ice and no berries. Sometimes extra base if I'm feeling it. Where if I want a more like low-key drink or like a fall drink, I'll get like a pumpkin spice chai or a vanilla chai tea latte iced with matcha cream cold foam.
I usually get a latte that has...
With seniors having a lot of free periods and time to kill, these small outings help the day go by.
Usually B-days, because I have a 5th-hour study hall, and so I usually go then, either to go work on schoolwork or just go do whatever.
Usually during my study halls during school.
Sometimes I do. Most times I go after school though.
Now the question arises of what these seniors would do if their local coffee shop closed.
So sad. I think I would cry. I probably would go to like Caribou instead or something.
I would make the drive. I would make the drive to wherever the nearest Starbucks is.
First probably cry and then find the nearest Starbucks after or build one myself.
I drink coffee every day, so I would need to find something else, like even the gas station.
Some prefer to enjoy it there, and some like to bring it back to school with them.
Usually take it to go because I'm usually with a friend.
Because like if it's like a Sunday after church situation, I would like to stay there and like maybe do my homework, or if I'm with a friend, just talk and catch up. But if it's like during the week, usually I get it to go.
I take it to go. I feel like sitting there is awkward.
Yeah, it depends on how much homework I have. Sometimes if I have like a big project I need to work on, I'll stay and I'll just listen to music, kind of get in the zone.
That's all for this story sting. This has been Belle, signing off.
I think that story was pretty awesome. Yeah. But I think sports are awesome too. So why don't we hand it over to them? Hey Sting, this week it's Ruby.
And River with the sports. On Monday, there's a girls' varsity golf meet against Dassel Cokato and a JV and varsity baseball games against Providence.
On Tuesday, there's a boys and girls varsity track meet against Eagle Ridge.
On Wednesday, there are JV and varsity games against Staples Motley.
There's nothing for Thursday, so moving on to Friday. There's a varsity baseball game against Kimball.
That's all for the 2023-2024 school year. Have a great summer, Sting. This has been River.
And Ruby with the sports to end off the year. Back to you, Belle and Aaron. Speaking of sports, we have another story, and it's on softball. Yay! Exciting!
The Spectrum girls varsity softball team has been undefeated so far into their 2024 season.
It's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to playing some other good teams.
The close bonds of the softball players make them more of a family rather than a team.
We've had a lot of team bonding events that we going to Pizza Ranch and having sleepovers and just hanging out every day. I feel like at practice just brings us all closer together.
It's the little things like rides to and from practice and the little chats that we have during practice and the games, the dugout conversations at the games.
I try to gain close bonds with the team by being fairly personable with them. Talking to them quite a bit, kind of letting them know where they're at on the team, and if they can always come and talk to me.
The bus rides, and when it rains, we're all in the dugout and laughing.
I think this year we're a lot closer, and last year it was still good, but we weren't as close, and everybody's continuing to gain skill.
I am able to watch them grow, and I think it's really cool as somebody who's constantly on the sideline to be able to see them grow and to see them improve.
It starts at the captain's level, and our captains Lily Carlson and Addison Walschlager and Cassidy Colbert have done a great job.
The team's goals, hard work, and determination have led to a successful season. This has been Ruby Curtis, signing off, Noise News.
I think it's time for our special news segment. What do you think, Aaron? I agree. Why else would we call it special news? Because it's special. Good job, Bo. That's correct. Thanks, Special News. I can't wait to see what Special News is going to bring us next year. Agreed. Now it's time for a commercial. Over to you, commercial crew.
Hi. Hope you guys had a great year.
Sadly, this is the last commercial to end off this year. Keep going. Have an amazing summer. This is
Anne
and Bryce.
Noise News.
Thanks, commercial crew. I'm going to miss all the fun and cool commercials next year. There are so many memories I've made in broadcast. Yeah, me too. Broadcast has been so fun throughout my 4 years of high school. Just like all good things, they have to come to an end at some point. Lastly, to end off our final show of the year is a special video one of our team members put together for all of our seniors in broadcast. Take it away, team. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Amazing job, team. Such an amazing video. Well, Sting, that's all the news for you this week. But stay tuned as we have more amazing stories for you next year. And congrats to all of our seniors in and outside of broadcast. This is truly a special moment in your life. We hope you all do well in any and all of your plans after this year. We can't wait to see what the future has in store for you. So good luck at graduation. We deserve it. This has been Aaron, Belle, Ruby, and River, your 23 and 24 Noise News producers.
All signing off, and thanks for watching this year as we've been keeping you
In on the noise. Bye! Bye!